Hi and welcome to this video on Dragon Age The Veilguard. This game basically just came out, but it was free for PlayStation Plus. Technically, a base tier where it's like 18 bucks a month, that tier where you get online access, that general thing. That's what it was free for, and that's why I'm playing this game. This game is genuinely gorgeous, and I've actually played, like it says there, all three characters. You're going to see a little bit of rogue and mage, but I main warrior, which is why my warrior is the level they are, but or he is technically. You can actually. Okay, the only real problem with this game, my personal opinion, is that the dialogue is weird. Sometimes the dialogue doesn't exactly line up, but that's a typical problem with this type of game. But the weirdest thing about it is okay, the sexuality and gender identification things that they sometimes pop up randomly. Like when you look at a mirror at one point, you can have a gender identification problem prompt and you can pick that. That itself is just weird because think about it logically. At this point, you are a massive, powerful mage or a massive, powerful warrior or rogue. You know who you are to some extent. Having that have a problem is just weird. But on the flip side of that general thing, they do actually change the difference between sexuality and gender. That is a unique benefit of this game because there is a difference between sexuality and gender. Gender is what's in your pants, sexuality is what you prefer, basically. Um, this game is focused off of ability combos where you can use your abilities, and I'm going to show off a couple of abilities, and your characters or your companions' abilities in tandem to do some crazy combos. Like for an example, the applies, which applies the ability to cause a big kaboom with a detonate ability, where the combo up does a massive AoE that can damage you, but does a whole lot of damage, but also applies the damage from that ability and this ability or whatever else applies it. Or applies, which is weird. Um, but that general gameplay loop is in everything, but it is in everything, even to your main attacks, to how you move, everything. And this game does have the typical like percentile increases, but that's really not a bad thing when everything works off of those percentile increases. It seems a little bit weird, but because of percentiles, a 15%, even a 5% can really make or break an entire build because of how percentiles work and depending on how they stack. Don't know exactly how they stack in this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Um, the overall gameplay functions off of, like I said, these different abilities. They can range from costing your ability point, which the cost symbol or the color of that circle changes. It can be purple, uh, gold-ish. It's not really gold, but I'm gonna say gold, yellowish, gold, yellowish, to blue. Each one of those is a different type of energy. Like rage is the warrior energy, which rage is gained by doing damage, and you can not lose it by taking damage. But it will deteriorate over time unless you have an upgrade. Like I want to make sure I get it right. Not there's like here. No, no, where's the one that lets you keep? There we go. You can keep 50% of rage. Or, shit. There was one that I saw 50%. There was one that gives 50% of rage where will not actually decay. I really want to show that off. There we go. No longer decays below 50%. Each one of your abilities takes about 25 energy, so that's two abilities off rip, and then you compare that with other things like, does that give me more? Yeah, maximum rage, where that in combat you can get up to four abilities and keep two abilities into the next combat encounter. That general thing is how this game functions, but with each character. And something kind of cool, not every character has rage. There is rage, uh, there's rage. A lot of these, all of these really matter, but I'm trying to. Yeah, momentum. I thought it was a momentum. I keep forgetting that. Momentum, you do the same general thing to get momentum as you do with rage. But you lose it when you take damage, not when you just over time. That general thing, or when it's just over time. Mana, though, is the exact opposite of both of those. You gain it by not doing damage because most of your damage sources take energy. But you're able to use it in so many different ways than momentum or rage, which is No, it's down. Which is down here. That does something completely different for how it functions. Now, all of these are all really important, even the specific things that are like this. Different status effects can really make or break an entire combat encounter for how you really, really want to make it work. It's really interesting how this game functions and why I think people are really seeing the wrong things in this game. This game is genuinely one of the best games that have come out recently because of just how much you can do, how much you can play, how much you can just have fun. Like, for an example, the entire game is a progression. There is a constant forward push from beginning to level 10, 'cause that's as far as I'm in. But there is level 30 shit I have to be, or I have to be level 30 to get some shit. Like, I believe that's level 20, but one of these is level 30. Is it? There we go. Level 30, and that's at minimum the highest level, or highest like 10. Don't know how high these get to, but you can get some serious gameplay investment into this game, which in of itself is a benefit. Being able to have a lot to do in of itself is good because you have a lot to do. If you're wanting to play a game and it's just going to go away here fast, why play it? More replayability is good, and just the amount of playability itself is really good. Um, you are going to see. I'm going to show off two just general combat encounters. The third, fourth-ish mission in the game, you're going to see. But two combat encounters in that mission because I do think that this is a good example of ranges and just how general characters can play. This mission is actually going to be where I get this, which is why I'm not wanting to cover what this is yet, because that opens up the door for even more shit. Like, this game is basically Immortals of Avium for the amount of bullshit you can toss down range, but with the ability to even stop time on a dime to guarantee you know where enemies are and do some cool things. This game is gorgeous. Um, so without further ado, I hope you see what is exactly going on and just the pretty colors in general for how these two characters function. Second thing, this is going to be some timey-wimey chicanery, technically. I already played a good bit after what you're going to see later, but I did want to show off this mechanic. This mechanic allows you to have, and I do show it off later when I play my warrior because I do main warrior and I do show off like a good 30 minutes of warrior. But and in around a mission, it is very cool. It shows off cool assassins, but besides point. This screen allows you to guarantee, like you can press select that and then select that to guarantee one target that you can look at is triggered by both. And you can also activate your specific things. You can also say, this character attack this boy, this character attack this boy, or both characters attack this boy. You can do some very, very intricate, like turn-based stratagems with this. But you can also do the same thing by pressing this button, which is L2. This button is R1, but that is up to your really input because this game is on PC, Xbox, so that's why I didn't cover the button input, which is what I'm talking about select. But still, these inputs allow you to have some good flow and some good synergy with what you really want to do. I just wanted to cover that, and I believe. Oh yeah, one other thing. You're able to customize your character to such an extreme, and this is the other bit I really want to talk about. I should have said it the other way around, but still. You can customize so many different things in this game, from your face, from your, like I said, gender and sex, because they are different, which is absolutely gorgeous. And most games don't do that, and most conversations don't do that. The thing is one and the same when it's actually very different. But um, it also allows you to customize your Inquisitor from Dragon Age Inquisition, I think it's called Inquisition, and different things like that. You customize so many different things across the board. Your background, which changes your fundamentals. Like, for an example, there's one that allows you to get more of your class resource over time, one that allows you to have more health, which is why you see my rogue have as much health as she does. Or you actually, oh, my health is the green bar down to the left. But or your health technically too. But that allows me, that background allows me to have more health. Dwarves make it where I don't, or I think dwarves makes it where I have more health. But one of the two allows me to, or both allows me to have a decent build overall. It's really cool how this game functions. Like, for an example, dwarves technically can't do magic, which is a cool story piece. I don't know a lot about Dragon Age at all, but this story overall is very it flows very well. It very is very heavy on you kind of should know the previous stuff to have an understanding to an extent of who some characters are, but it does tell you enough to have some sway over how you feel. So it's not that bad. With all that said, I hope you enjoy the fun, fast-paced combat that this game really offers. Even though you can do this, I typically don't. And I do want to show off it is stop motion. Instant on a press of a button, which is absolutely gorgeous. And you can hold this indefinitely. There's no stamina, there's no nothing. You can just guarantee this functions, which is absolutely gorgeous. Like, say for an example, there's a boss about to slap yo shit. You can say, even if you're in there, you can say, nah, kind of thing, where it gives you that pause, go again, pause, go again, kind of thing, where it allows you to have the guarantee turn-based type of combat, which is absolutely gorgeous. No game allows you to do this, which is why I think this game is very approachable. It's basically D&D in motion with pictures and shit. It's genuinely a gorgeous game. The only downside is it's not multiplayer, so it's not really D&D, because that's like the joy of D&D, playing with other people. But with all that said, enjoy the pretty colors.
Look out! More dark spawn ahead.
Nice one. More dark spawn coming out of those pools. They're at range.
We're under fire. Look out! More dark spawn ahead.
More dark spawn coming out of those pools.
We're not alone. Lace wins again.
Nice shot.
They're shooting for us.
one for us.
That pretty colors and stuff shown off. This game is amazing in so many different ways. First, you can synergize your entire build very simply and very easily and very elegantly, because this entire system, this entire four-piece here, goes into everything else I have. Because Stagger itself, like you read twice with the previous clips, allows you to get that guaranteed high damage off, but on any enemy. So if I swap to this, and like you saw previously, not every character can swap weapons, but when I swap to that weapon, holy shit, I am going to be knocking the shit out of somebody. The reason why you see the eyeballs are actually because of the wardrobe system that allows you to put any armor piece you have found, and even some cosmetic armor pieces that are only cosmetic, on, and make it look, or make your character look however you want to. Basically, and you can customize your character to the same level, where you can make yourself look like an abomination if you want to. But I'm not the type of person or type of player. This game does function off of so much synergy, but that synergy is also very simple, because all you really have to do is, you don't even have to read the next stage. You can just read what you get right now and go from there, because there are some very, very potent and incredible ways to play. The reason why I main this character is because I really like the in-their-face type of gameplay. What you're going to be seeing is not just, okay, this video is not just me talking about this game. I'm going to be showing off this game, like for an example, I actually should show off this area. This is the main area. Basically think of this as the player hub. You go here, you can customize the looks of like statues and all sorts of shit, but this area is actually really, really impactful for lore purposes. This is inside the realm of dreams. It is genuinely a really cool concept, and why there's places that very weirdly, like, have some weird things going on in them. I don't want to show off every little building. And it's the same place that has things, or shit, that corner comment. It's the same place that has the crossroads in it. And this will also show off how many characters there are in this game. There is a lot of different characters. Each character does something different. I am going with the ability to apply, I'm going with the ability to have the ability, words. I am trying to go for an application with my people, and then I detonate them with the dropkick, where the apply is applied thingamajig. And I don't like the word applies there, because you apply, which is weird. But, which is why I'm stumbling over the words here. But, the ability there allows you to have a massive boom, and I don't know if I said that earlier, but it's really, really potent and how it functions and what you can actually do there. The overall combat system is genuinely gorgeous, and how each character can actually do their own thing. You don't have to worry about them doing anything without your say-so. And I actually should level him. Are we? I don't really need to. Actually, I really prefer these two. Each one does do some very distinct and very specific things, and each character, once you're playing with them, or each companion, when you're playing with them, you can level them up. Each character has so many different things they can do, ranging from her icy flavoring mostly, to his very strategic smack 'em around type of stuff, to her overall use cases, because she's able to give you a whole lot of enhanced damage, the ability to just do that shit, and just overall versatility. Same with her, because she is also very versatile and can do a whole lot of crazy shit. This area is still in the realm of dreams, but it actually connects long distant parts of this entire planet realm. I don't know exactly what it is, because there's a lot of bottomless pits on this planet. And technically, I don't have to do this. There is a fast travel system, just to show that off. Can I? Oh, shit. Okay. Where exactly? You know what? Fast travel it is. Because I wanted to show off that ship dude, because the ship dude there is actually very cool. He is not Charon. I hope I said that
Templars really
decently.
not have authority over mages in Tevinter? What happens if there's blood magic? What do they do?
Depends on the Templar. Depends on who's bought their loyalty.
What do you do when the authorities can't be trusted to do the right thing?
That's how I keep busy.
You cry and you try your best to do what you can. And sometimes what you can isn't necessarily legal. And if you do play this game, do think of it as a D&D campaign, and you're gonna go far, because this basically is a team cooperative D&D campaign. It's genuinely a really gorgeous game for how it functions. Hello.
Occupy.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt, but more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Thea. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
Neither of you strike me as a bloodthirsty sort.
Our shared enemies deserve our worst.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord butchered Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The Butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Helping the crows helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the Butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our crow and help with his contract.
Find your crow, then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
There's a reason why people do guerrilla warfare, because that's what they're doing, and that's basically what I was trying to say. When you cannot trust the people in government, and you literally cannot, there's a reason why there's a reason why the Second Amendment's a thing. I was going to say in the Constitution, all that, but the Second Amendment's a thing to allow the people in charge to not think that they own everything, including the air in your lungs, where you can say, excuse the fuck out of me, I have a tank. And if you didn't know, the Second Amendment is not just, I can carry a firearm. Nah, it was everything that the military can have, you can have, which I do hope becomes a thing. And do keep in mind, y'all, it's not likely for somebody to buy an M1 Abrams tank or even figure out how to fucking store that bitch. Because even if they can buy that, keep in mind how heavy that bitch is and how it will just break the pavement while driving it. There's nowhere you can take it. There's no fun place to take it. You just now have a tank in your yard for some reason. But just to clarify, it's not that likely for things like that to happen, and if everyone's super, no one is, that general thing. And do keep in mind, going back to the game itself is basically a D&D campaign with the amount of lore, but the game itself has a lot of combat. It's similar to the Lego Marvel, or not Lego Marvel, the Lego Star Wars complete saga that is the newer version, where it is including the Rey stuff and the entire Star Wars story to date. That one is literally just a movie that you could interact with slightly. This isn't. This is actually a very fun game that has a lot of cutscenes, but not too terrible, and they actually are too terribly long. They are all actually very good story and tells you a good bit about the world that I don't know shit about at all. This is my first ever Dragon Age, and it's genuinely really good from that haven't played Dragon Age. Don't know if it actually adds up, and that is a big thing about continuing a story. It has to actually add up, and has to have continuation, has to have a whole lot of things. Something about that actually pretty cool. You can actually customize your Inquisitor, which is Dragon Age Inquisition, I believe, is the previous one, which was your main character in that one. So you're able to customize who you were completely and utterly, your choices and all sorts of things. Like you can customize so much about that and make who you were in this one. And I have not seen where that actually has a part to play, but it most definitely does.
The location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus may not trust you at first, because you're Kunari.
The occupation makes it difficult to appreciate the difference between regular Kunari and the Antam.
The caretaker, like you just saw there for caretaker reputation, is the dude that is actually the trolley man. Or the boatman.
Have a look and keep my stores full.
Okay, that's cool. That person there was the assassin that I got
Safe travels.
for helping them out. Can I just... Oh, nope. How does one... You know, I want to just walk. I really like seeing where things are, but I'm actually just going to fast travel to make this a little bit... Or no, I can't fast travel. You know what? Huh. I forgot. Zip lines. The lines that zip. Huh? Where is that I go? I intentionally butchered that to try and have fun. Where the hell? There's the fast travel there. I don't have another fast travel somehow besides right there. Where the fuck? Oh, there's a door right here. I'm an idiot. And I'm going to keep that in the video because I actually like showing off when I just fail. Because that was just lack of knowledge.
You read the notes in the place?
The murdered Magister's aide? Killed with an arrow instead of magic. Hard to get an angle like that.
It is. Where would you take it from?
I don't know the place that well, but there's a tower not far that would get a clean shot. And good cover.
But if you were angry and in a hurry, if the shot were more lucky than planned.
Well, there's that bridge. Wait. Why are you asking me?
Because it's a compliment. You're a damn good shot. If you had to take the shot, where would you take it? The reason why I showed that off there is because that is a major part about this game, is just finding loot.
The market never stops.
And you can actually purchase a lot of different things from these market
I've always
vendors.
loved market days, except for when they're occupied by Antam.
Wow, there's a lot of beggars. I don't know if it's worse or better that... Okay, I want to say I hope they don't need it, but at the same time, that's kind of bad if they don't need it and just wanting to use that as a job. But if they do need it... Oh, fuck. And to be honest, this place does look... Is that a What the hell is you? Guessing that's a dog, but that is a very pudgy dog.
This is where Viago told us to meet with Dareth, the crow investigating the butcher. His cousin Jacobus should be here too. Sounds like the family is just the two of them.
There's a lot lost to the occupation.
Hello. Oh, I don't have reach. Oh,
They killed Darren. They killed my cousin.
Got us the range. Watch it.
They're weak on the left. Got them.
stop your arrow shooting bullshit.
Got us from a distance.
And this is the slow-mo, which you can actually guarantee who you hit with what you want to hit him with. I hit the wrong person.
We're under fire. Look out.
And there, right there's a detonation.
That goes to...
That's done. Are you Jacobus?
Please, you have to finish Darren's contract. It's about the butcher. My cousin was going to spy on the butcher. He told me we'd pick up the contract from a dead drop. But then, someone has to finish this for Darren. Please.
I got you, kiddo.
We will. You should get back to the diamond.
I will, just give me a minute.
Understandable.
That note said Dareth should pick up the contract at the usual place across from Teir and Viago. Just follow the marks. Maybe a mark one crow would leave for another?
I saw something like that on a wall we passed earlier.
Let's go look.
Oh, that's how I get up there. Okay.
That looks like a crow mark. The kind of quick splatter you can throw. That's gotta be Dareth's trail. Keep an eye out.
Wrong, but... I'm actually gonna go get that loot.
So this is Treviso.
Oh, there's more loot than what I want. These big chests here actually give you things like that. Damn! The reason why I collected that wood and why I went out of my way to is because that's actually a way to get rank points for different factions to allow you to get different goods. Each faction has different goods for different characters and just general gameplay loops and how you want to play. And there's another chest around there too. I'm not going to bother trying to find it, but there is. You can tell by the chest symbol that was popping up below my minimap.
Another mark this way.
I'm glad the market's still open during occupation. It probably helps to feel that some things are still the same.
Almost feels like home.
Ooh, what the hell does that actually look like? I am going to buy that. That actually looks cool. Don't want the blue. I will see about that as well.
Our leather is
I'm just buying those for cosmetic pieces because I don't actually like the suit I have right now. And just by how it looks in that picture, it looks pretty damn good. Actually, I can check out one of those pieces of armor for how it actually looked. Oh yeah, I can't. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Shit. Which one did I actually have? You know, a lot more defense because I'm going to get my shit absolutely smacked a lot.
Here's another crow mark. This is where the marks lead. Dareth's contract must be his. The butcher is making poison. Kamek.
I've heard of it. It does things to your mind. Nothing pleasant.
If I were the butcher, it'd be a good way to keep people in line. The Antam brought in a Kamek master to mix the poison. He's at the garrison. Stop him there before this goes any further.
I will take that. Health damage is red bars, just to clarify. Yellow bars are armor, blue bars are barrier. That allows me to guarantee a lot of damage whenever enemies lower health. Because like bosses themselves have health and every enemy has health.
So, how well do you... know the Viper? Because I've heard things.
Oh? What things?
One of the things I don't like in this... I was trying to mute there, or not mute, pause. One of the things I don't like in this game is that interact is also jump. So even if I press interact, when the symbol shows up, it does not actually show up for the interact portion of it. So occasionally I just jump off the map when I'm trying to interact with something, and it is not fun.
He is.
Is that right?
That maybe he used to be a slave and now fights slavers?
That would make sense.
Or that he's the Archon or a Magister in disguise.
Decent theory.
You know, don't you? You know!
What makes you say that?
You totally know.
Kill them, or your lives are forfeit!
Hell yeah! Finally got some more combat. Come here. Ooh! I love and hate that. Because what that means, I have to destroy this and this. Oh, stop you shit. And this. And now I can destroy the melee boots. Okay, that is really cool.
Rook takes credit there. Finale moves yours.
I love the high-powered dropkick. It's so fun.
I've got the setup, you do the rest.
Your turn.
Ready.
He is a high-level dude. I should not be doing this. I don't have a good way to destroy his armor. Huh. Stop your shit. Ow. Huh. Okay, I was gonna die there any way, shape, or form. He's level 25 and I'm a level 10. That was not gonna happen. Well, at least I know he is over that way.
Take them out, quick!
Something kind of cool that you saw with me playing Rogue, the Rogue can actually dodge through enemies, where right there I was stuck between the enemy and the wall, so I couldn't actually get out of dodge very easily, even though I was really trying to. Something amazing about the fall damage in this game, you can actually knock off bosses into the fall damage to allow you to have that easy cleanup. And I've actually done that by accident before.
I command you to ignore traitors.
We're in. Let's find the Comic Master.
So yeah, I don't. Where the hell? Ah. These guys are just fucking beefcakes. They do not like taking damage. Just die. How about you don't test your gift and say you do? How about that? Okay, yeah, that's just die even faster.
So much less.
What?
Finally, the fight the Butcher denied has come to me. Will prove my word.
How do I swap?
The half of the crows. Poison up.
There we go. Ha! Fuck. I forgot how to swap my rune. I was trying to swap my rune. I'm sorry about that. I got the new rune that does more damage against flesh. I saw that he had flesh, and that was it. So I was trying my best to get to my rune, but it was as simple as press that button that shows right there. I thought I had to do something else. I thought that was the activation key.
Trouble scouted.
You know what? Super plus that. Cease.
How does he even work with the Butcher?
We'll ask questions after it's dead.
Shit. Hellfire. Gimme. What? Gimme. Motherfucker. Huh?
Keep at it. We can't let this thing out.
Oh, that is not cool. Give me my fucking... That's not healing. That's why. Ah! Oh, I love the combat in this game. It reminds me of God of War. But it reminds me of God of War. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to dodge. Hell yeah.
Good.
Alright, that was fun.
That's good.
First things first. Let's destroy the rest of the poison. Then we figure out what was going on here.
The poison might actually be very fumigated.
Thankfully. Let's look for anything else that explains what's happening. Wait. His note says that wasn't all the comic. The Butcher's angry because some went missing.
Who got their hands on it?
No idea. But the note does mention the Butcher's inside traitor. The occupation had help. Taya and Viago need to know they were right.
That would have hurt.
Are you out of your minds? I told you crows to stay out of this.
Out of what? Defending our home?
If we had a stronger civil government instead of a bunch of circus criminals, the Antam wouldn't have a foothold in the first place.
You're responsible for the city.
This is Governor Ivenchi. They have concerns.
My concern is how you've endangered the city.
We're defending Antiva.
These protections are in place for the good of everyone. You act without oversight.
We crows are the oversight.
And yet, here we are, awash in Antam. And now, you've angered the Butcher.
There's also the gods.
Excuse me?
They're using the Antam and making them monsters.
And the Butcher?
You two are right. He had help taking the city. Human traitors.
I didn't want to believe it. Killing the Butcher does nothing if someone could just sell us out again.
I'd start right here. You Talons are known for infighting and betrayal.
You're accusing them. One of their crows died for this contract.
That's enough. Rook, thank you for finishing that contract. The only reward we have is to ask you for more.
We're allies. Of course I'll help.
Ivenchi is right about one thing. The Butcher will not like that we're fighting back.
We need to be ready. Rook, I will have every crow tracking this traitor and the gods, and we will send word when we find something.
The stakes are too high. This should be left to proper officials.
Go back to filing trade.
Okay, that right there is retarded, and I genuinely mean that. If you think for a fucking nanosecond, there's gods that can just, if you didn't know and haven't played this game yet, in the second mission-ish, there is, or third mission-ish, there is a town that gets, how do I put this, cosmically fucked by zombie virus that can affect the very ground itself, basically, called the Blight. This is not official only. This is everyone. Everyone has to be hands on deck to stop these madmen. And technically, they're not gods. They're, high powerful mages, technically.
Receipts Ivenchi. The crows rule Antiva.
And Treviso will be free. With or without you, Governor.
And he will be freed on my own time, because I think this is where this is a good place to end the video. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope that you guys actually see the beauty in this game. Excuse me, I had a burp there. Have a good rest of y'all's day, and sorry, butchered my own outro. I hope y'all enjoy the video, and I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's day.